Not so much time for preseason these days, but coaches still have to get their teams ready despite the lack of games.
And I think the best coaching staffs in the league, Kevin, don't expect that they're going to do it with the shortened preseason we have now and only a limited number of games. They lean on their player development. They lean on their assistant coaches to make sure that the guys are in town early, 3 or 4 weeks before that first date where you pull on your uniform and you take your pretty pictures with that on. But you're in shape, you're ready to go, and mentally ready to attack the season.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. When he's in the area, you can't throw up anything lazy.
Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Rondo looking around. Paul George with the steal. 3-on-3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'm not sure if it's a bad start or unlucky here. 0 for 4. Can't think too much about it. Just got to get that first one to go.
Davis inside. Zubac defending. Davis finds James. 5 on the clock. Outside, Green. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade. Now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Shamet, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And the first one drops. Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
Here's James. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Leonard with the steal. From 13, again, Los Angeles.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Danny Green. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Hey, Kevin, it's clear that they're excited about their first preseason game. They're tired of beating each other up. He said they've had a great camp, and now he wants to see how some of those changes they've made work in a live setting. He told his guys, no more dress rehearsals. It's time for the show. Kevin?
Thank you, David. The wide open look here for Anthony. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch and shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. LeBron against Williams. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Harrell against McGee. Poked away. Just 5 on the clock. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. It's up a 3. And it's James missing. From from deep three-point range. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Clippers on top. They're up by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on... Thanks again for tuning in as we get going once again with our coverage of the NBA preseason. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of 1? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. First opportunity here in the preseason to go up against Los Angeles.
Yeah, and no doubt this is a team that gave them a lot of trouble last season.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Williams. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Magruder in at the shooting guard. Now here's Harkless, guarded by Kuzma. Now Harkless. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Outside Williams. Over Caldwell Pope. Williams can't hit. Caldwell Pope outside. Anthony on the wing. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Harkless with it. Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not out of style.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it. Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
And Beverly kicks to Patterson. Howard against Leonard. Over Howard. Leonard, no luck.
And usually that mid-range jumper finds the bottom of the net. The defense has to be more aggressive moving forward.
Trying to get open is Davis. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Bradley.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
It's stolen by Bradley. Rondo dishes to Howard. Kuzma against Leonard. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Avery Bradley. No one near James as he lets it go. And again, the Lakers no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Last season, LeBron James becoming just the 7th player ever to score 30,000 points in a career.
Well, he's like a rare steak, Kevin. Obviously, he's not done. Might have the best shot of catching Kareem when it's all said and done in terms of total points scored in the league. Maybe approach 40,000, but ultimately, he's definitely in the top 3.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, that is what he does, just deadly beyond the arc. Green is one of those guys you cannot afford to leave for a second.
And here's George for 3. LeBron grabs the miss.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And it's in there. And now a 5-point Laker lead.
Just again, LeBron James, his size, his speed, just impossible to stop. So hack away.
Leonard looking over the floor. to end the run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And that's so difficult. You just try to challenge Kawhi's shot, think you've timed it perfectly, but instead, it's an up fake.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And so he's able to get one of two. Lakers leading by 4. Rondo passes to LeBron. He feeds it to Davis. And he lays it straight in. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Well, one of the surest things in the NBA right now is Anthony Davis, the ball inside, and him converting 2 points.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to this preseason, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They really touched on the right formula in the second quarter as they were able to pull out to a 6-point lead before the halftime. That about wraps.
And we're getting back to the action. It's the NBA preseason here on 2K Sports. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, and the numbers don't jump out at you, but the impact on the game sure does.
Well, the commitment he has to fill his role and consistently fill that role, that's what that team needs from him.
Anthony Davis is out there with Howard. And it's LeBron James. And it's Green. And it's Rondo. And at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Outside, George. And stolen by James. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Well, LeBron makes a million decisions a moment out there on the floor. That time, another good one.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Hammock. Leonard inside. Davis is there. Davis with some nice D. On the wing, James. Over George. Here's Howard. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And it's a 12-point Laker lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A three from Leonard. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got 8.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
From outside the arc, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Marcus is checked in for the Clippers. Anthony down low, defended by Beverly, and that one drops for him. We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
If I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
Second chance shot. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Zubac.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Bradley finds Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And no answer for Dwight Howard that deep inside the paint, always looking to throw it down.
Clippers trail by 6. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. The Clippers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Williams kicks to George. George double teamed. Outside Green. Pass to Williams. Fires from deep. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Harkless, and Anthony sends it back.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
And they get it back. Here's Harrell. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Harrell's got his first bucket of the night. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bradley kicks to Caldwell Pope. No good with the triple. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
And we've reached the end of the third. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the... Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey, guys, I told you, one bucket.
The NBA preseason action continues here on 2K Sports. Clippers trail by 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Montrezl Harrell is out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Magruder in at the small forward position. Davis kicks to Rondo. LeBron outside. Clock at 4. Yep, that one goes in there. LeBron's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Los Angeles.
Now, this is why LeBron shoots such a high percentage. He picks his spots, and then he burrows his way right to the interior.
Back to Green. On the wing, Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. The Lakers making a switch here. Howard's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Patterson's checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. It's good.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
On the wing, James. Down low. No good from Howard.
And those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Leonard comes in for Green. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Back to Beverley. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes. Count it.
Well, Beverley showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
Passes it to Davis. Leonard with the steal. To tie it up. And it's Beverley missing.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And it goes down 2 points. 8 points for Davis.
Awesome job by AD to get the ball in a favorable spot. That's most anywhere, but comes up big with that basket.
Here's Leonard. And off the front, and in it goes.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Rondo finds Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Well, AD is such a soft-spoken guy. He does a lot of work in the offseason to improve every facet of his game and then steps in with tremendous confidence every season to show off all the hard work that he's put in.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. The drive by Green to the paint. Here's Howard. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 104 left to play here in the fourth. Leonard on the wing. James covering. James against Leonard. Baseline try. And an air ball on that one. Way off. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
And the shot goes in.
As soon as Davis receives the ball, you just know he's going to take it at the D. And the basket there was big.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 40 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Thank you, David. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And Patrick Beverley can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up. And you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, a solid trip to the line there to help extend the lead.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds, maybe the first person who touches the ball.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
A relatively rare trip to the free throw line for Green, averaging just 1 attempt per game over the course of his career.
Harkless on the wing. Fires for 3. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Green. And here's Anthony from the arc. The shot misses. And so the Lakers take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that concludes this inaugural preseason game. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.